Cindy, you ready to do this?
I think so.
You got this. Here we go. What's up? It's Luis from America's Best Restaurants, and we travel the country coast to coast to find the places where you need to eat at on a weekly basis. And this week we are in Livingston, Tennessee, and we're at an amazing restaurant called the Steel Coop. We're gonna be talking to Cindy. We're gonna be trying some incredible dishes like their ribs, plus a few other things that are gonna make your mouth water. I know you're hungry because you're watching this, so why don't you come with me? Let's go check it out. All right, everybody, so now we are inside the Steel Coop, and boy, do we have a story for you. We are here with Cindy. Cindy's the owner, the creator of this right here. She's got all the ideas and everything. Cindy, first of all, thank you so much for...
Oh, thank you all for coming out.
Oh, absolutely.
Really.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was super impressed when I walked into this restaurant, like, wow. I mean, it's literally a sight. When I walked in, I thought, I'm in a different world now. Just the work that you guys have put into this restaurant, and when we were talking off camera, a lot of the woodwork is done from, you guys are in scrapping, right? And you told me you went to the sawmill and you took some wood,
Yes.
and then you guys had it all kind of repurposed and everything, right?
Yes.
So, you know, I've just been super impressed. Let's start with one food item, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the story. So, what is this honking monster right
That
here?
is our amazing smoked prime rib.
Okay.
So it is smoked in-house. We do it every Tuesday and Wednesday. We only did it on Tuesday, but it's so popular that we had to add an extra day.
Really?
So, yes.
So, if you take this out of the menu, people will riot.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we have calls on Tuesday and Wednesday. Do you have enough prime rib?
Really?
Yeah, they reserve their piece.
Do you run out pretty often?
We was when we were on Tuesday only.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so we had to, that's why we had to change it to Wednesday as well.
Flavor on this is
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. I don't know what you guys season it with, but it's
it's a
bold.
season we created in-house. We
Gorgeous
marinate it. We like for it to be marinated 2 days, but at least one full 24 hours.
I love it. The flavor on it is crazy. I don't know what kind of rub you guys put on the spices, but it's unbelievable.
Great.
Very bold,
enjoy it.
nice and juicy. It's phenomenal. I can see why this sells out and why people say, save me a piece. That's outstanding. So this restaurant is basically your creation. This came from your dream.
Yes.
But this is not your original industry.
No.
Tell me about how this restaurant came to be, because you started doing what?
I started in the scrap.
Okay.
At 9-year-old, my father was a peddler. We call it a peddler.
Okay.
So he would just drive around from house to house and hustle scrap. So we would take it to another scrap yard and sell it for a little bit of profit.
Okay.
So we did that, and my father grew it into buying scrap metal outside our house in the garage. Then he developed cancer, got sick, wanted to get rid of the business. So my husband and I bought it. And we took it from there, went into debt automatically. My father was not one for debt, so we had to have equipment, because it's a tough business.
Yeah.
So we went from there with it, and we just grew it, kept reinvesting, and now we have in the scrap 60 plus employees.
Wow.
So.
Wow. And that's completely outside of the restaurant?
Completely outside the restaurant,
Wow.
and got good people at the at the scrap yard. My niece actually runs one yard for me. My son runs the other yard.
Wow.
And my oldest son is over the transportation. But I got bored because everybody works so well. It's like here, it's a good team of people. They really don't need you.
Okay.
So I was extremely bored. I needed more to do and sit behind a computer.
Right.
So I always wanted a restaurant. We needed a place to eat, had to travel to the next county to eat. If you wanted a steak dinner, you had to travel to get it. And it's like, man, why can we not have a restaurant in this town?
Yeah.
There's no reason we cannot. So I started shopping for a location. Was lucky enough to get with a good team of people. And all of us together, we made it happen. So.
Wow. That's
Yes.
That's a great story. I
strong,
mean, yeah, coming from scrapping to having this now, and like you said, you essentially had a problem, and you solved the problem.
Yeah, solved the problem.
And I remember when you and I first spoke, you were telling me that you just love to cook, but you
Love
never
to cook.
had a great place in your town to eat, and thus this was born.
Yes,
and
this
this
was born.
restaurant's unbelievable.
You know what? Business is business. You know, you've got to get your ground floor and be dedicated, get the right people, and you can make any business happen. Restaurant is a different animal, but I enjoy it. I like the hype. Always busy, one thing another, been pulled in 1,000 directions. That's what I like.
And you
That
are,
drives me.
yeah, and you're a true cook. Like you really love to cook. Because I was
really
talking
love
to
to cook.
one of your other partners, and they were saying, hey, when she's not here cooking, she's still home cooking. Like
Yeah.
on Sundays, she'll make food for the family and
Yeah.
invite people over. So you don't, you never get tired of it. I love
Never
it.
get tired of cooking.
I love it.
Yes.
And you're always experimenting because you guys run weekly specials, right?
Yes, we have specials every day.
Wow.
So whether it would just be a soup of the day or what, but on Thursdays, no, we changed it, sorry, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have our weekend specials.
Okay.
So we'll have 3 or 4 different specials for the weekend.
Okay. Well,
So-
it's a good segue because there's a soup here that
Yeah.
you, when you and I were talking in the kitchen earlier, it's like, oh, we're gonna make a French onion, and I told you, I said, Cindy, that's kind of hitting below the belt. I thought we were friends because French onion soup is my favorite.
Well, there we go. We'll see.
So tell me about the French onion soup.
It's made in-house every day. So
Oh wow, wow,
you like it? Is it good?
it's absolutely incredible.
Good. Very good recipe. So we tweaked
Wow.
it here a few months ago. I just felt it needed to be richer, and
Wow.
so changed it up, and it's a big hit. So we sell a lot of it.
Wow. This is unlike any other French soup I've ever had. I don't know what else you put into this. I can, there's some pepper in there that I can taste. It's phenomenal. It's
Right.
phenomenal. I can understand why this is so popular. This is phenomenal. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna crush this right after the video, I'll tell you that right now.
All right.
That is phenomenal. I love a good French onion soup. This is probably one of the best I've ever had. It's outstanding.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Outstanding.
very much. Yeah.
So, when it comes to creating the menu, what was your inspiration? Because I know there's a dish we're going to talk about here in a minute that was, it kind of came out of necessity, kind of like this restaurant. But when it comes to designing the menu and just the special items that you create, where does your imagination, where does that come from? That ideas come from?
My main focus is not to get above the palate of our small town.
Okay.
A lot of people don't like to try exotic stuff. You know, they want a simple fish, a simple
Okay.
sauce on their fish, or you know, just try not to get it too this crazy stuff.
Okay.
You know, so and you know, it's my husband. Of course, he obviously likes to eat, so he will actually help me come up with ideas because
Okay.
you know he likes whether it's a fish or a salmon. So he'll really put in a lot of input. You know, that was a really good dish. You know, it's simple, good flavor. So, you know, that's the main thing, is just trying to meet everybody's taste.
Okay.
You know,
Well, that's a great segue for, since we talked about fish, this I heard is an outstanding dish. This is apparently very popular here. A lot of people talk about it.
Yes,
I
it's,
spoke to a couple of your employees. They're like, that's the one.
That's one of our #1 selling
So this one is, what do we have?
on the menu. It is a salmon with a whiskey glaze.
Wow. Okay.
We make the glaze in-house.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, it's got about probably 8 to 10 different
God.
ingredients in it. And
Wow.
we cook it down, and
Crazy flavors in this. Oh my God. Wow. Outstanding. Wow. That's phenomenal.
Great.
I can
That's
see
right.
why that sells so much.
yeah, it's our #1 seller.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
Now, you and I were talking off camera, and you were telling me that sometimes you'll send your own trucks to go get the seafood.
Yes. Of course, like I said, we own transportation due to the scrap, and we purchased a reefer trailer. So we will go to Florida, Tampa area, and get fresh seafood.
Wow.
And bring back
Wow.
and serve it in the restaurants.
Can't get enough of that salmon. This is crazy. Oh my God. How much of this do you go through?
Oh, a lot. Probably 5-6 cases a week.
And how many salmon in a case?
There's probably 25, 30
Okay.
salmon
Wow.
in each one. So yeah. So,
Wow.
120, 150
That's
pieces.
phenomenal. This is
Yeah.
everything that I've had. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
The flavors are just absolutely insane. Now, we spoke about this one. What do we got here?
We have got a tenderloin sandwich. We tenderize it and hammer it out. And the inspiration came from a gentleman I sat next to in a restaurant, and he bragged and bragged. He had a little food truck, and he bragged about his tenderloin sandwich.
Okay.
And I'm like, I've made tenderloin sandwiches before, but he just kept describing, how he does this, and I thought, that would make an amazing sandwich.
Okay.
Let's try it for a weekend special. Crazy. People went crazy, so we added it to our menu.
The regular menu.
Yeah. But like I said, that's where I get some of my ideas. I'll be somewhere and I will eat this, or somebody will be talking about something next to me, and I'm like, I could do that.
Okay.
So,
Now, one of the dishes that came out of necessity is this one right here. I've never seen it before. So tell me, what do we have here?
we call it our Coop Cake.
Okay.
And it's just a small potato cake.
Okay.
As a child, I had, there was 5 of us children, so as you know, we had no waste.
Right.
Everything had to be eaten. So we always turned our day-old mashed potatoes into a potato cake the next day,
Okay.
or pinto beans.
Okay.
We would turn those into a bean cake. So we were having leftover potatoes. So one day I came in and I said, hey, let's make some potato cakes. Let's do not just a potato cake, but let's make it into a potato skin, but it's a potato cake.
Okay.
So, and it is our #1 selling appetizer.
So this overtook the mashed potatoes.
Oh yes, now we have to make them fresh
Not
just
from
to keep
scratch.
up.
Just to keep
We
up
have to
with
keep
the
up
demand.
with it. Yeah, we have to
Well,
make them.
that's a good problem to have, right?
Yes.
That's cool. And like I said, I've never seen anything like this. And this was out of necessity.
Necessity, yeah.
I
to
love
keep
it.
from having waste.
I love it.
'Cause I like to try to take everything and make it into something else the next day.
I love it.
So
I love it. That's awesome.
that's where we get a lot of our specials. We have prime rib left over today. We will turn that into a beef and cheddar sandwich or something tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Very cool. That's if you have any left over.
if we have any left over.
Right.
That's a big question.
How often did that happen? Never?
Not
Pretty
often.
much.
Not often. No, not at all.
Okay. And then, so we have what's calling my name right now is this ridiculously huge slab of ribs.
Full rack.
This, I don't even want to touch it because it looks so beautiful, but you know me, I got a tough
Yeah.
job. I gotta
You
eat
gotta,
the
gotta
food.
tear into it.
All right, so tell me about the ribs.
The ribs are done in-house as well.
Okay.
We have our own barbecue sauce
Okay.
that we put on them. So we make the barbecue sauce in-house as well.
That,
So we have a commercial smoker. So we'll put them on the smoker, and we make our own rub.
what is in there? Because I tell you something interesting. I feel like, and I could be way off here, but I feel it's got a little bit of blueberry.
No blueberry.
No, okay.
No blueberry at all.
I don't know what it is, but it's so good.
Yeah, we have a signature barbecue sauce that was given to us by a lady that went out of business. We tweaked it a little bit because we wanted it just a little bit sweeter than she had it. But it's amazing sauce.
Yes, it is. 100%. Wow. Wow. Now, you also have a humongous event space right behind here. And
Yes.
this is a humongous restaurant, okay? By the way.
Yes, humongous.
You have a humongous event space. You can have up to, what is it, 300 people there?
We have had 300 people in there.
So not only do you can come to the restaurant, but if you have an event, a wedding, or anything like that, you have the event space right behind here. I mean, this building is massive. It's
Yeah.
probably the biggest building in Livingston, isn't it?
One of them, yes.
One of them.
Yeah. We've actually had kids blow up houses.
Oh
Bounce
yeah,
houses.
inside there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Birthday parties in the middle of winter. with bounce houses.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But that's great.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when we were talking when we first came here, we looked at the patio. And the patio you guys built as a response to COVID, right?
Yes, we chose to close down instead of doing delivery or to go, because it was a rough time, especially on some of our smaller places in town.
Okay.
So we wanted to do some work, so we just decided that we would just close, keep our employees working, built patio, did some other work in other parts of the building, and wait it out.
And you only were closed for how long?
6 weeks.
That's crazy. Only 6 weeks? Hey, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and bake a patio, boom, and it's done.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing. I've just been very impressed. I even told you this. Everything is in its proper place. There's every detail is placed perfectly. I mean, I'm super impressed with the kitchen. Kitchen's humongous.
Very big.
Yeah, humongous. The food is, I mean, it comes through in the food. This is absolutely insane. Insanely good. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Well, thank you.
I mean, thoroughly impressed. It's like no contest. You know, hey, we're gonna have to try some food, this and that. No, this is next level.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, this is absolutely phenomenal. You have a beautiful bar, humongous dining room. I mean,
and we have a great team of people. You know, like we talked earlier, they're like family.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like family. Everybody is excited to come to work. You know, everybody's, you know, and they love it.
Oh yeah, they were all
and then that's
happy.
why we can produce quality food, is because they know that it means a lot, that there's more to it than cooking a hamburger.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? So they put a lot of meaning into it. So.
Yeah, everybody that I met here, everybody was happy, walked up to, hey, my name is such and such, glad to have you here. It's like, whoa. I mean, everybody's happy. It was surprising the number of people that work here that were here when we got here this morning.
Oh, they were excited.
And they were excited. Yeah, they were excited. They walked up,
Some
hey, my name is
off
such and
duty.
such.
They're not even working, but
That's
they wanted
crazy.
to come and watch. So.
No, I mean, one of the warmest welcomes we've ever received, hands down. I mean,
that's Livingston for you. Livingston is a warm town.
I told you earlier, I said, when can I move in?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I love this restaurant. Absolutely love it. Now, we have some drinks too. What do we have over there?
We have our signature Steel Peach. It is a crown peach with tea, lemonade, and a little bit of peach schnapps.
Gotta try this. Wow, you can really taste the peach. That's awesome. Very refreshing. And then here?
And then it's a local brewer, Cab Killer. It's a very popular
that's a beautiful
brewery that we have, that we carry their
nice and
beer.
smooth. I love it. I mean, this was a grand slam home run, whatever that may be. I love this restaurant. Look, if you guys like places like the Steel Coop, if you love restaurant content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know whenever we drop a new episode. And I will tell you right now, hands down, 1000% certified legit. Everything that I had here, winner. Come here and order it. Cindy, where is your restaurant located? Tell the people, how can they find you?
We are 209 South Spring Street. It's directly off our local square. Our square is also a Hallmark square. Beautiful area, shops, charming. We have a park directly across the street from us that has music. They put on all kinds of events. So great area.
Oh, absolutely.
Great area.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't miss this building. It's humongous, and I promise you the food here is outstanding. I've been thoroughly impressed. I knew when I walked in, I knew the type of food I was going to get, but I wasn't prepared for the caliber. I knew it was going to be good, but I wasn't prepared for this caliber, and I'm happy. I'm extremely happy because, like I said, I knew it was going to be good, but this completely blew my expectations. Absolutely love it. Again, I'm super happy that you were allowed us to come in here. I love this restaurant. Love it. So look, everybody, that's pretty much it for us. Now I got to figure out what else I want to eat here. And of course, I know Ryan's salivating behind the camera. So look, we're going to sign off, and we're going to see you guys on the next one.